Matt's here from Herman Hits the Road. Welcome to a Motorhome News June 2021. In this video I look at National Trust consider overnight parking, more motorhomes are getting stolen and motorhomes are catching fire. Just so you know that you can find links to all the news articles in the video description and have also provided timestamps. Before we start, I just want to give you an update on an article from last month's news regarding South Hams Council trialling overnight parking in 9 of their car parks. It appears there have been some public concern about 4 of the car parks and these have now been removed from the trial, which is a real shame, but there are still 5 others that are still on the trial. Another update from last month's news regards the council changing traffic and parking restrictions for motorhomes in Cowbar near Staves. You remember this is the article where I got disgusted and angry about. Well, from the Teesside Live website, council U-turn over completely out of order parking restrictions plan at coastal beauty spot. Redcar and Cleveland Council has backtracked over plans to impose parking restrictions in the village of Cowbar near Staves. The council had proposed traffic regulation orders in response to complaints from residents about litter, visitors openly using fields and allotments as toilets, and grass verges being destroyed by legions of campervans descending bumper to bumper on the outskirts of the village and their owners using it as a free campsite. But after advertising the orders and carrying out a public consultation, the local authority said it had listened to the feedback received and decided not to progress with the restrictions. A statement from the council said, "Listening to our residents and visitors on parking issues is of vital importance, and after a thorough consultation exercise which had more than 150 responses, the vast majority of which were objections, the council had decided to not progress with proposed parking restrictions at Cowbar. The council has outlined plans to use Majaba Road car park in Redcar as a campervan friendly car park for overnight use for visitors." Moving on, and more good news. From the June edition of the Camping and the Caravanning Club magazine, it says that they have opened 2 new campsites. There is the Breathwaite Village club site in the Lake District and Sherwood Pines Camping in the Forest campsite near Sherwood Forest. Both opened on the 24th of May. The Braithwaite Village club site is open all year round, has 100 pitches and is located near Keswick. The Sherwood Pines site is also open all year round, has 150 pitches and is located near Mansfield. I've recently stayed at the Sherwood Pines site for a week and of course I made a video about it. If you'd like to see what the site and the surrounding area is like, you'll find a link to it in the video description. From the Campaign for Real Airs UK forum and their Facebook group, the National Trust are considering allowing overnight parking at their locations. The statement from the National Trust reads, "We already welcome campervans and motorhomes at some of the places in our care. However, it's clear from the incredible response in recent weeks that we need to do more to support overnight stays in our car parks at National Trust places where we can. Therefore, we're working up a plan to allow campervan and motorhome users to stay overnight at more of our places. We've been trialling this in the Lake District this year and we're now considering how we roll out across these selected locations next year." This is fantastic news. From next year, we'll may be able to overnight park at some of the NT places. Parking is free if you're a member, but I don't know yet whether this will mean also parking overnight will be free. Now let's move on to the bad news, and there is a lot of it. In particular, motorhomes and campervans being stolen. From the Westmorland Gazette, motorhome stolen from Ing's dealership removed by another vehicle. It is suspected that a motorhome stolen from South Lakeland dealership near Kendal was removed by another vehicle, possibly a low loader, flatbed or recovery type vehicle. The incident of theft occurred between 7 a.m. on Sunday the 2nd of May and 10 a.m. on Monday the 3rd of May and is a cream Fiat Carthago. Anyone with information or who witnessed the incident is asked to call police. I'll leave details in the video description. The next two articles are of a lot more of a personal nature. From the Cheshire Live website, Warrington couple's heartbreak after dream motorhome stolen. A couple who fell in love during lockdown have been left heartbroken after a camper van they spent £10,000 on building was stolen from their home. Warrington lovebirds Hannah Duffield and Lauren Tully, both 26, met in person for the first time when the first lockdown was lifted. They ended up moving in together and brought an ordinary white Ford Transit van and spent the last few weeks converting it to a motorhome. But on the morning of the 5th of May, Lauren found that the van had been stolen. Carer Hannah said, "I just think it was so hard for us because we're not rich girls. Everything we got was going into the motorhome. I just couldn't believe it. I've only just stopped crying. It's been a bit of a whirlwind. You just feel so helpless." The vehicle was insured but only as a van and not as a motorhome, as a conversion had only been completed the day before. I think it's a bit more complicated than just simply telling your insurance company that it's now a camper van, right? This means they would only be reimbursed for the van and not everything that was installed since. A spokesman for Cheshire Constabulary said, "The incident is believed to have occurred sometime between 6 p.m. on the 5th of May and 9 a.m. on May the 7th. If you have any information regarding this, I'll leave contact details in the video description." From the Birmingham Live website, couple lose everything after callous thieves strip £25,000 campervan. Thieves stole a couple's £25,000 luxury campervan and stripped it of all of their possessions, taking everything down to cans of deodorant. Jasmine Corker and Max Flint were left with only the clothes on their back after the motorhome was snatched from Walsall on the afternoon of May the 10th. It was quickly found but had been cleared of their belongings, including expensive bike and garage parts. "All of our possessions were inside," Jasmine, 28, said. "I don't have a phone charger or any deodorant or shampoo. I started screaming and crying. I was hysterical for hours after. I don't think I've eaten since it happened. I knew that even if we did find it, that it wasn't going to be our camper anymore. They had ripped the doors off, taken the motocross bike out the back, and had even taken our trophies and peeled off the stickers off the dashboard. We don't know where we stand with the cover. They don't cover you for the contents." This is another article claiming contents isn't covered. I'm sure our insurance covers the contents. Is it because these camper van conversions are technically still a van rather than a camper van? Or what about the contents of a works van, such as the tools? Are they covered? Are they not covered either? After posting about the theft on social media, the couple received a tip-off about where it had been dumped. Jasmine continued, "A woman contacted a friend's brother and said they thought the camper was in her car park. We went straight there and told her to call the police and block it in. A £10,000 GoFundMe appeal has been set up to help Max and Jasmine back on their feet. We really need to add more security to our motorhomes and caravans, folks. Get an immobiliser alarm fitted, a steering lock, etc. I recently created a video about a cheap subscription-free tracker. I'll leave a link to it in the video description." Then there are door-to-door buyers we need to watch out for. Reported on the Gloucestershire Live website, warning after dodgy motorhome buyers issued by Gloucestershire Police. Police have issued a warning after receiving several reports of people trying to purchase motorhomes in the Forest of Dean. The incidents have prompted police to remind residents not to sell their motorhome to people coming to the door. In an alert, a neighbourhood policing officer for the Forest of Dean said, "There have been, again, a number of incidents reported about people going around the area trying to buy motorhomes. It is never a good idea to sell your motorhome to someone coming to your door." There are numerous issues with this, from inaccurate funds being paid to not registering the vehicle as having changed hands. I would advise people to be vigilant about security. Park another vehicle in front of the motorhome, remove the battery and ensure it is fully locked at all times. Trackers can be fitted and are very good. So stay alert folks, and make sure your pride and joy is secure at all times. And if motorhomes aren't getting stolen, they are catching fire, it seems. There have been a few reports about campervans catching fire recently, and the Fire and Rescue Service have issued a fire safety warning. From the Stoke-on-Trent Live website, firefighters issue statement after campervan turns into fireball. The vehicle was parked on a driveway in Blurton, that's Blurton, when it turned into a fireball in the early hours of Saturday morning. It transpired that the fire was not suspicious, and the fire service has now concluded its investigation. Then we have the Northamptonshire Telegraph, fire safety warning for motorhome and caravan owners after Rothwell blaze. Following a fire that destroyed 2 motorhomes in Rothwell, Northamptonshire Fire and Rescue Service has issued guidance on recreational vehicle safety. The campervans were destroyed by a blaze that also damaged 4 cars, 2 summer houses and to the windows of a nearby house. The cause of the fire is believed to be an electrical fault. A spokesman for Northamptonshire Fire and Rescue Service gave advice for preventing fire in a caravan, motorhome or chalet. They said fit a smoke alarm and test it every month. It could save your life. Turn off electrical items before you go to bed. If you must use candles, place them in a secure holder away from children or pets and extinguish them properly. Don't leave cooking unattended, and don't dry washing near a stove or heater. If you smoke, make sure your cigarettes are properly put out, and never smoke in bed. Never use fuel burning appliances like disposable barbecues or camping stoves, heaters or lanterns inside a caravan or motorhome. Don't block air vents, and make sure the caravan or motorhome is ventilated, and keep a fire extinguisher by the entrance, and make sure you know how to use it. If there is a fire, get out, stay out and call 999. The spokesman added, gas cylinders need to be treated with care. Don't store them in or under your caravan. Keep them on a level ground outside and away from heat sources. Keep spare and empty cylinders in the open air, secured by a safety strap. Only change gas cylinders when they are completely empty, and make sure a new cylinder is secure before connecting it. Make sure all cylinder valves are turned off before disconnecting, and don't turn it on before the connection is complete. I'm going to end the video by taking a look at the new Knaus, if that's how you pronounce it, Knaus van TI Plus 650 meg Platinum Selection. That has got to be the longest name for a motorhome. Let me tell you, this van has all the bells and whistles on it. It is fully loaded. It has a gross weight of 3,500 kilograms, although you can increase it to 4,000 kilograms. It is 7 meters long and is 220 centimeters wide, so it's narrow like a campervan, but looks more like a motorhome. It has a MAN 2-litre engine, front-wheel drive, although a 4-wheel drive option is available, and it also comes with 8-speed automatic gearbox. But like I said, it is fully loaded. But rather than read out the full list, here are some highlights. 17-inch alloy wheels, air conditioning, cruise control with speed limitation, fatigue detection, rear airbag suspension, MAN van satnav, rear view camera, Truma Combi e-heating and iNet with digital heating control, water filter system, gas oven with grill function, 32-inch LED TV with Oyster 60 satellite system. All for the sum of £71,860. I think this is a very nice looking motorhome, and I can't wait to see it at the motorhome shows. Well, what do you think of the Knaus motorhome? Do you think it has too many mod cons? What do you think of this month's news? I'd love to hear your comments. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing and don't forget to ring the bell to be notified when we release another video. Until next time, thank you very much for watching and goodbye. The Braithwaite Village Club site is open all year round, has 100 pitches and is located near Chiswick. No, not Chiswick. Motorhome Stolen from Ing's leadership. Leadership? Taking everything down to the cans of the from the bar. Jasmine continued. A woman concocted. Then we have the Northamptonshire Telegraph. Oh, itchy nose. They said keep spare and empty cylinders in the open air and secured